I want to quickly talk to you about Discover Bank. And if you're looking for a bank, business account, or a checking account, Discover can really help you. Okay, Discover is actually a great name. Is a reputable name in the banking industry. It has been it has been doing this kind of service, this kind of work for the last 30 years, even more than 30 years. So let me first give you an overview before we get into the nitty gritty. So if you think about Discover Bank, I want you to think about an institution that launched as a credit card provider and is actually one of the largest bank in the country by assets. Okay, so the online only bank offers actually a personal loan, so that's really good. You have personal loans, you have home equity loans, you have credit cards, and you have a standard and standard deposit account, but also IRA deposit account. By the way, I said before that you can have business loans through Discover. No, Discover actually used to give business loans before, but they actually closed their business credit application. So once a major student loan provider, the bank has now discontinued student loans also this year. Okay, so Discover is really reconcentrating its efforts on consumer finance, consumer checking accounts, and consumer loans and credit cards. Okay, and Discover started out as a credit card offering of Sears, Roebuck, and Co. almost 40 years ago, before eventually spinning off as its own entity. And Discover Financial Services started in this capacity in 2007. Okay, and in 2013, Discover premiered its cashback checking accounts and added home equity loans later that year. So that's pretty good in terms of progression. Okay, so if you think about today, Discover has really morphed itself into a full service bank. Okay, but it is an online bank that provides financial products across the country through its websites and mobile app. Okay, and Discover is actually known for its cashback offerings and 24/7 US-based customer service team. Okay, that's pretty good, and whose members consistently get high marks across the board for their knowledge and helpfulness. So this is pretty good. So if you think about Discover Bank, which target audience are they going after? Who is Discover Bank best for? Well, Discover could be a good choice for you if you prize great customer service and you are comfortable with an online only bank. If you are a Discover credit card holder, Discover's deposit accounts might be a natural choice for you. Okay, Discover's account don't charge maintenance or overdraft fees, and they have cashback rewards and other perks. So this is really good. So while Discover doesn't offer the highest APYs in the industry, they're still pretty good. Okay, now let's talk about the accounts that you want to really you want to take a look at. Okay, before making any decision. First thing first. So when we talk about accounts, you have actually all kinds of accounts. It really depends on what you're looking for. Okay, and so let's talk about so in terms of Discover bank account, Discover actually offers one of the widest ranges of deposit products of an online bank, encompassing checking, savings, certificate of deposits, and MMA accounts. So MMA, money market accounts. Okay, so this is pretty good because it gives you flexibility, and that's really important. So one thing I want to say here is that first of all, Discover's checking account, called a cashback debit, earns a 1% cashback on all categories of debit card purchases up to $3,000 per month. That equals $30 in cashback per month, and unusually a generous perk. Okay, that's really good. And the cool thing is that you can deposit cash with no fees using your Discover debit card at any Walmart stores. The bank offers a fraud protection, including a debit card freeze option and an online privacy protection, where you can actually like scan through its mobile app. And with a 1% cashback reward from all debit card purchases, you can earn up to $30 per month and $360 per year, which you can have automatically transferred to your savings account. And Discover, and that's a good thing to really mention, doesn't charge any monthly maintenance, overdraft, check reorder fees, or even expedited debit card fees. So that's really good. On the flip side, there is no sign-on bonus for opening a new checking account with Discover. Discover doesn't offer an APY on its checking account, so your money won't earn interest. And if you need to wire money from your account, Discover charges you a $30 service, like a $30 service charges. So it is what it is. What about the Discover Cashback debit account? This is actually this is an account that actually, again, 1%. Okay, and there are also other perks. You have free checks and reorders, and the ability, actually, that's a good thing, to send and receive actually money with Zelle, which is a peer-to-peer digital payments platform. Let's talk about Discover savings account. So checking account, no problem there. You only have one account. What about savings account? Well, Discover savings account actually are pretty interesting because they offer an APY of 3.70% for all the savings account. And even though other online banks may offer higher rates, Discover's perks make its savings account a strong option, especially if you are already a Discover credit card holder. So Discover doesn't charge any monthly fees, including overdraft fees, fees for exceeding withdrawal limits, or stop payment order fees. And you can also open a traditional or Roth retirement high yield savings account to get tax advantaged savings for retirement. Okay. On the flip side, you do have the fact that Discover doesn't reimburse fees from out of network ATMs. Okay. So that's an important element to think about. And so what about the high yield online savings account is pretty good because you are able to get things done, things started pretty fast. You also have a Discover IRA savings account. So Discover offers an IRA savings account with with the same rate and perks as its regular savings account. So we're looking at 3.70%. So this account might be a good option for you if you need a spot to store short to medium term retirement savings. While the IRA savings account offers a competitive interest rate for a savings account, your retirement savings will probably not grow as much in this account long term, okay, as it would in an IRA that invests actually in index or mutual funds. So think about it, okay? And you can choose a traditional or Roth option or both. That's totally fine. So what about Discover? Again, we're still reviewing Discover Bank. So I spoke to you about their checking account, their cashback debit account, their savings account, their CDs. Now let's talk about their CDs, by the way. So I want to show you on the screen here. Here is a recap of their CDs, this year. Okay. So I'm going to show this on the screen. So 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year, 18 months, 24 months, 30 months, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 7 years, and 10 years. So 10 years, you are looking at 3.5%, which is very low because you can have your cash actually grow way more by investing in an index fund or even mutual fund, for instance. Okay. So one thing you need to understand here is that the fact that Discover offers a wide range of traditional fixed rate and IRA CDs is really good, but you also have the possibility to get a CD. And I just showed you the rates. Okay. Maximum you are getting here is that you're getting 4%. When you go with 9 months, you're getting 4%. But if you go to 10 years, you're getting 3.5%. Okay. So Discover often offers several CD terms, which are not really common among other banks. And CDs are available for both traditional and Roth IRAs. So this is really good in terms of flexibility. Okay. And other banks, however, offer a higher APY. So if you want to look strictly at the APY, Discover is not really competitive. And so you also have an IRA CDs. So you have IRA CDs. So Discover's IRA CDs are offered with the same rates and terms as non-retirement CDs. In either traditional or Roth options, you can contribute up to 77,000, which is up to 8,000 if you are, let's say, 50 or older, as long as you meet IRS income requirements, because when it comes to IRA, you have to really meet tax regulations. Okay, you have to comply with tax regulations, and Discover is making sure that you do comply. And one thing you need to really understand is that if you won't need your money for several years or decades more, you're probably, like I said a little earlier, you're probably better off investing in stock and bond index funds. Those are way better. Next, you have Discover Money Market Account, so MMA, yeah. So I'm showing you on the screen here. Basically, you're looking at 3.5% for balances less than $100,000 and 3.55% for balances of 100,000 or more, okay? Which is, again, pretty low, because if you have that much money, you can invest it in a lot of other stuff and make money way more, okay? So this one thing I want you to really understand here, that this account is best for you if you maintain a higher checking balance because of higher monthly spending. But if you would like to earn a better APY while still being able to pay bills and write checks from the account, actually, okay? So that's something to really think about. And you will be charged $30 for each outgoing wire transfer. And you may be charged also out-of-network ATM fees by other institutions. So something to really keep in mind this year. And to fund your MMA, you can complete an internal or external bank transfer. You can set up a direct deposit or deposit actually a check in the mobile app. And you can also mail a check in the, you can mail a check into Discover, but traveler's checks are not accepted, okay? So long story short, if you think about the MMA account, there are no monthly maintenance fees, overdraft fees, standard bank checks, or replacement debit card fees, okay? Something to really think about. And also, there is no monthly minimum balance for this account. And you can link another Discover account to pull from if you overdraft your money market account, okay? On the flip side, you can earn a higher APY by using Discover's savings account, although it doesn't have check writing options, okay? Something to really keep in mind this year. But again, long story short, you're looking at 3.55%, okay? That's actually the recap here. So let me give you a few extras here. If you think about Discover Bank this year, what are the fees here? The cool thing about the fees here is that you have none. Okay, you have none. I mean, virtually none, because Discover charges virtually no fees for its deposit accounts, including no monthly maintenance fees, overdraft fees, return item fees, excessive transaction fees, check fees, stop payment orders, or expedited delivery fees. And this is actually a pretty common This is common among online banks, because they don't have the fixed costs that come with maintaining a network of brick and mortar branches, right? So basically, they're making this thing that they're offering those services free to customers. Now, the one exception is the Discover's outgoing wire fee, which is $30, and Discover doesn't reimburse out-of-network ATM fees. So although the bank doesn't charge you to use an out-of-network ATM, the other financial institution might, okay? What about customer service? Well, I've said this before. Customer service, Discover has always been on top. In the last 40 years, 30 years, always been on top, okay? You are looking at US-based customer service. So that's pretty good. You don't have to actually, you don't have to talk to customer service that's not really, let's say, stellar. With Discover, you do have really stellar customer service, okay? And in terms of reputation, no problem. Discover has a stellar reputation also. People love them, okay? Love the credit card company. And because Discover is known primarily for its credit cards. Before being actually an online bank, they actually started as a credit card company. That's what I said before. They started as a Sears unit, okay? And also, one thing you need to understand is that their mobile app is pretty great also. So because it is an online bank, you want to conduct business with the bank through your mobile app or through their website, okay? And so one thing for sure, this is an app that actually has received 4.9 out of 5 stars in the Apple App Store out of over 4.4 million reviews and 4.5 out of 5 stars on average in the Google Play Store with more than 300,000 reviews. So one thing you need to understand here, that's a pretty impressive mark, by the way, okay? Because you're looking at so many reviews being positive. That's really fantastic. So people praise usually Discover's customer service and the app's credit card features, which is really great. So if you think about Discover Bank review, what are the rivals here? So I want to quickly talk to you about three rivals. You have Ally, you have Bank of America, a traditional bank, but also Chase. So one thing you need to understand is that Discover is an online-only bank with no physical branches that offers checking, savings, CD, and money market account and money market accounts. It receives a higher rating than large banks with thousands of branches, primarily because it doesn't charge fees, offers great perks, and has a large ATM network. Okay. So, and also here is a company, I think I've said this before, a company that stands out for its 24/7 customer service, wide variety of account types, and competitive rates for its savings and money market accounts. So if you prefer to bank in person, Discover actually is not the right bank for you though, okay? So let's first talk about Discover Bank versus Ally. So Ally is a larger bank than Discover with nearly 200 billion in assets, okay, compared to Discover's 150 billion. So both banks are online only and both offer checking, savings, CD, and money market accounts. Ally and Discover offer very similar interest rates for their savings account, but Ally's checking account is interest bearing, okay, while Discover's actually is not. And Ally also reimburses customers up to $10 for out-of-network ATM fees. Discover has a higher overall CD rates than Ally, although Ally offers specialty CDs such as a rate bump and no penalty CD. And Ally also offers a higher API for its money market account. And so you have a 4% versus Discover's 3.70%. And so what about Discover versus Bank of America? So Discover is actually pretty strong compared to Bank of America, the second largest bank in the country with almost 4,000 physical branches. Okay, but Discover actually has a much larger ATM network of 60,000. Okay, and Discover beats actually Bank of America in interest rates and perks in its checking, savings, and CD categories. Although one Bank of America's 7-month CD API does beat Discover's highest rate, and Bank of America does not offer a money market account. So where Bank of America comes out ahead, it's multiple checking account options. One of 10 is the one that pays a small amount of interest, so that's pretty good. And finally, you have Discover versus Chase. So Chase is the largest bank in the US. It has 4,700 physical branches. However, Discover's ATM network is over 4 times larger. Chase has about 15,000 ATMs, and Discover has 60, okay? And Discover also offers a money market account, unlike Chase. And Discover doesn't charge a monthly maintenance and overdraft fees, where Chase does. And Discover has better interest rates in any banking category than Chase. So as an epilogue into this conversation, I spoke to you about Discover Bank. This was a review of the bank. I gave you the overview, the accounts, the extras, and the rivals. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.